Now they're all set for the face-off, this fourth game, and here's Bill Hewitt.
Puck is shot right from the face-off into the Canadian zone. Harvey, number 2, back for it. Harvey standing behind the net. Trying to make a play. He does. Puck is brought out by Pronovo. Over on the left wing to Goyette. Edmondson stepped in front of him, but the puck came near the side of the Leaf net, and Bauer covers up at the side of the post. Face-off will be in the Maple Leaf zone to the right of Bauer. We've played 23 seconds of the first period, and there's no score. From the face-off, Bauer had to make a save. Kelly. A pass for Mahovlich, deflected out. Canadiens forechecking. Clear the puck back into the Maple Leaf zone. Horton back for it. Horton to Kelly. Kelly coming out with Mahovlich, who failed to get loose. Canadiens with Provo, checked by Stanley, and the puck went over the glass.
The Montreal Canadiens are starting off just the same way as they did in the 2 games in Montreal, putting the pressure on the Leafs right from the beginning.
From the draw, Edmondson back to Stanley. Stanley to Horton. Horton at center, flicks it over the line. Harvey knocked down. Mahovlich tried to sift in. Goyette stopped by Edmondson. Edmondson, a pass for Kelly, stopped by Langlois. Mahovlich checked him. Mahovlich over to Stanley. Stanley skates behind his own net. Over to Horton. Off the boards to Edmondson. Edmondson shoots it in. Plot stopped it, left it behind the net. Kelly covers his check. Puck ends up against the boards. Mahovlich couldn't get it loose. He finally did, but there'll be a face-off, as it was called by referee Eddie Powers. And the face-off is to the left of Plot in the circle. And the Leafs have Pulford, Olmsted, and Stewart, Vaughn, and Brewer facing Beliveau, Bona, and Geoffrion, with Johnson playing on the defense along with Talbot. From the face-off, Bona watched by Pulford. Johnson in the corner. Cleared it along the board. Brewer keeps it in. A weak shot along the boards. Homestead failed to get to it. Johnson, a cleared pass down the ice. It's sliding to the red line. It's over. 18 is Brewer back for it. And he touches it, and the Canadiens are called for icing as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first period. There's no score.
The Leafs appear to have steadied down after that minute and a half when they were under pressure, and then they're starting in as they did in the first game on Toronto ice. They're trying to hem the Canadiens in, but that's quite a trick.
Shot went wide of the Montreal net. Johnson, a cleared pass. It's Beliveau going down the left wing to center ice. He takes his shot. Bauer made the save. Geoffrion went into the net. As Pulford races back on the left wing over the line, takes his shot. Hunt cleared it off to the side. Geoffrion is tangled up in the net. A shot goes wide. Play is called, and Geoffrion is lying in the net at the south end with Bauer trying to get him free. Bauer finally has him free.
Geoffrion went in for that rebound, which came off Bauer's pad. It came well out, but Geoffrion went in there a mile a minute into the corner, and his skate seemed to catch into the net, and he was anchored there for almost a minute before the play, well, at least 40 seconds before the play was stopped, because the Leafs had the puck at the time, and they didn't call the play, of course. And that apparently is all right.
From the face-off, Vaughn took a shot, knocked down by Johnson ahead to Geoffrion. Geoffrion at center, Bona on his left. Geoffrion shot, Bowers juggled it in his pad and holds it out.
Bauer was trying to prevent a rebound there as on that last one, and as a result he seemed to be rather shaky as he stopped it, but he covered up so that the puck didn't drop. Puck at center, shot off the boards into the
Montreal zone. Langlois clearing pass to Moore. Moore, a long pass for Maurice Richard. To Henri Richard. Henri Richard trying to cut in. Does behind the net. Rolled it back to the blue line to Harvey. Harvey takes his shot right to Henri Richard. Cleared it right in front of the net. Duff on the right wing. Trying to get away. He's grabbed. There may be a penalty on the play. Armstrong rolling it over the line. And there's going to be a penalty to Moore.
There's the first penalty of the game. And Dickie Moore is going into the penalty box. He was rather incensed at the call by referee Eddie Powers, but he's off, and now the Montreal Canadiens will play 5 men to 6. They've played about 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
2 minutes for holding. Time 3:28.
3:28, a holding penalty to Moore of the Montreal Canadiens. Leaf bench there with the Leafs all ready to take or try to take advantage of the extra man.
On the face-off, Regan slapped it wide of the Montreal goal. Johnson clearing it to the other wing. Kelly moves up into the corner, past Armstrong, and he slapped it wide. Puck ends up against the boards. Regan propping the Montreal player Provo, and there will be a face-off in the Montreal zone. To the right of Plot this time in the circle. Regan, Armstrong, Duff, Kelly, and Stanley all playing up. They have the odd man advantage. No score in the game. From the face-off, Johnson flicked it, but not out. Regan being pushed back to Stanley. Let it go through Duff into the corner. Plot came out of his net. Duff steals the puck. Passed it right in front. Back to Regan. Regan passed it back, and it went out over the blue line. Kelly, a pass for Stanley. Back to Regan offside. The pass was behind him, and he was offside. So the face-off is outside the Montreal blue line.
This power play by the Leafs seemed to be on the over-anxious style. As a result, Punch Imlich immediately makes a change. They seem to be a little frantic in their style, moving in.
From the face-off, Stanley passes over to Kelly. Kelly at the red line, up over the Montreal line, shot it in, went after it himself. Marshall skated him off. Mahamlich keeps the puck in for the Leafs. Back to Olmstead, over to Stanley. Stanley took his shot, knocked down by Harvey. Puck was cleared, but not out. Harvey and Olmstead work for it. Harvey clears it off the boards, and it gets away from Stanley and goes down the ice. Kelly, number 4, back for it. Kelly behind the net, over into the corner on the right wing in Leaf territory. Kelly leads the 4-man rush, gives it to Mahamlich. Mahamlich shot the puck in. Harvey ran into Stewart. Johnson off the boards to Provo. Stopped by Stanley. A shot deflected off to the side. And Marshall shoots the puck down the ice. Stanley back, number 26. Stanley. A pass to Stewart, over to Mahamlich at center. Mahamlich over the line, and he was checked by Harvey, who waits ahead to Marshall. Marshall is checked, and Stanley covers up. Ahead to Olmstead. Olmstead was checked. Olmstead is replaced by Duff. Provo back to Johnson. Ahead to Provo. He cleared it right to Kelly. Kelly to Duff. Duff back to Mahamlich, and it rolls like the Plot. He steered it off to the side, and Canadians shoot the puck out. Brewer coming back for the Leafs. Duff went in ahead of him. Brewer over to Regan, back to Armstrong. He shoots, and a great save by Plot with a skate. Brewer took a shot. It gets over to Regan. Regan takes his shot. That hit the Canadian player, and Marshall comes out to center ice. Takes a long shot. Bauer had to stop it. Duff. A cleared pass to Armstrong. He's checked by Moore. Moore a pass to Maurice Richard, number 9. He rolled it right in front of the net. And Vaughn tipped it back. Now then Regan. Pass to Armstrong. Armstrong and Moore bumped together. Vaughn has the puck in his skate, and play is called for a face-off in the Maple Leafs zone to the right of Bauer. We've played 6 minutes and 25 seconds of the first period. There's no score, a scoreless tie.
Quant, the 5-time Vezina Trophy winner, is right up to his peak form there as he stopped about 4 or 5 real direct shots on the net when the Leafs had the advantage with Dickie Moore in the penalty box with a holding penalty at 3:28. He's back on the ice now, and he's standing over at the bench getting a new stick. Dickie Moore, 12 for the Canadiens.
Lining up for the face-off, Vaughn and Henri Richard mixing it up. Lining up for the face-off again. It's Maurice Richard trying to get a shot. It's back to Talbot. A drive. Bauer caught it. Brewer passed ahead to Duff. Duff ran into Henri Richard. Maurice Richard to Moore to Johnson. His shot was just wide. Regan coming up with a pass to Armstrong. They're over the line. Armstrong's shot. Tipping it off to the side. Regan and Armstrong try to get it loose. Johnson, number 10, covers up. Cleared pass to Maurice Richard. Stopped by Regan, who ran into Maurice Richard, who gets up. Then Johnson rolls it in. And it's Brewer. A pass to Duff. Duff was checked. And Regan goes back at center. Took a bouncing shot. Armstrong went after the relay. Armstrong tried to center it, fought for it, and Henri Richard gets it. Henri with Maurice Richard over the line, and Brewer breaks it up. A pass to Duff, too far. Moore hands it to Brewer. Brewer goes over the line, fakes a shot, closes in, and his shot hit Johnson. Fulford tries to center it. He does right in front of the net. Moore drives it out and down to center. Brewer ahead to Olmsted. Olmsted to Fulford. Fulford failed to go through, and the puck is shot back. Brewer over to Vaughn. Vaughn shot the puck in. Cleared around on the boards to Geoffrion. Geoffrion to Beliveau. Beliveau comes over the line. Beliveau shoots. Bauer made the save. It's offside at the blue line, but Bauer made the save anyway.
Been some great goalkeeping in this first 8 minutes of play. That's Harvey coming from the bench there, having said something to Till Blake. Leafs in the dark, Canadiens in white.
On the face-off, Stanley behind the Maple Leaf net, trying to work his way out. A pass to Horton, stopped by Langlois to Beliveau. Beliveau shoots. Oh, he scores!
Well, there's the first goal again for the Montreal Canadiens. Every game in the series, they've scored first. The Leafs seem to have the advantage territorially in this game again, but Montreal Canadiens popped that first all-important goal, and it was Beliveau that fired it, and it seemed to go in off another player. It was a jamming session around the Leaf goal.
Puck is cleared by Montreal, right back into the Maple Leaf zone. Cleared over on the wing. Stanley failed to get out. Bona gets a chance, and he's spun around. Geoffrion took his shot. Bauer steered it into the corner. Geoffrion rolls it in front to Beliveau. Back to Bona. Bona is knocked. Then Geoffrion gets in front. Back to Langlois. Over to Harvey. Harvey shoots. He scores!
Montreal Canadiens just had irresistible power there, and Harvey let a long shot go, and now the Montreal Canadiens lead 2-0.
On the face-off, the puck was cleared by Kelly into the Canadian zone. It's out for Provo, number 14 of Montreal. A pass stopped by Brewer. Vaughn ran into Goyette. knocked him down. The puck is lodged in his skate, but he gets up and shoots it back into the Maple Leaf
First
zone.
Canadian goal, scored by Beliveau, assist to Langlois. The second Canadian goal, scored by Harvey, assist Jeffrey Hunt and Langlois. Time of the first goal, 8:16. Time of the second goal, 8:45.
One of the Leafs is getting a penalty, giving the Montreal Canadiens the odd man advantage, playing 6 men to 5. They lead in the hockey game by a score of 2-0.
Leafs penalty, Vaughn. 2 minutes for elbowing. 9:13.
Two scoring plays, Beliveau from Geoffrion and Harvey from Geoffrion and Langlois, 8:16 and 8:45.
On the face-off, Geoffrion a shot. It's knocked down in front of drive. Bauer knocked it high in the air and finally came up with it with two Canadian players standing right beside him. Vaughn is in the penalty box for elbowing at 9:13. Montreal Canadiens with 2 fast goals, leading by a score of 2-0. Lining up for the face-off, Beliveau with Henri Richard and Moore, Geoffrion and Johnson on the defense. Geoffrion goes up the ice with Beliveau. They're over the line. A pass for Beliveau right in on goal. And Bauer made the save from close range. The Canadiens trying to center it. Beliveau back to the blue line. It goes down the ice. Kelly goes after it. He and Henri Richard get mixed up. There's going to be a penalty to the Leaf player, Kelly. Kelly is going to get the game.
Now then the Leafs are playing 2 men short with Vaughn and Kelly 4, in the penalty box, so that the Montreal Canadiens have a great opportunity here to wrap it up, having the Leafs play 4 men to 6.
2 minutes for holding.
9:53, the holding penalty to Kelly. Vaughn had previously gone off for elbowing at 9:13.
On the draw, it's Geoffrion over the line. A drop pass to Moore. Moore pass to an open wing. Johnson slapping it into the corner. Beliveau right in front of the net to Geoffrion. Geoffrion was too well covered. Marshall back to Geoffrion. Geoffrion passing to Moore. Moore waits. Set and Colford on the Leafs rolls it up. It's the Canadiens with Moore leading the attack. He goes right in alone. Tried to go through the defense. Steered off to the side. Cleared back to the blue line and down the ice. Vaughn comes out of the net. It's the Canadiens coming back. It's a chance for Beliveau, a shot. Bauer made the first save. And it's called.
Beat him to it and ran into Plot at the same time. So Fulford is going to get a penalty, and that means 3 Maple Leafs are off. Vaughn, Kelly, and Fulford. Fulford going to the penalty box now for charging, and the fans, complete sellout crowd in the gardens, of course, pelting the ice with programs and paper.
2 minutes for elbowing.
As they went racing after the puck. Plonk came about 25 to 30 feet out of the net, and Fulford went racing up to try and beat him to it, but he appeared to be a little on the careless side in not sidestepping the goalkeeper, and he ran right into him.
Belleville with Moore and Marshall, Jeffrion and Harvey all playing up. Canadians leading 2-0. 3 lead players in the penalty box. Lee's playing 2 men short. Face-off will be in the circle to the left of Bauer. Canadians playing up. Belleville gets the draw to Moore. Moore waits, takes his shot. Bauer made the save. Horton picks up the loose puck and rolls it out over the line. It's cleared back, and Belleville, number 4, back 4. Canadians 2, Maple Leafs no score. Jeffrion up at center. Number 5, over the line. A drop pass for Moore. A pass right in front of Marshall. It's loose, and Bauer comes up with it.
The Leafs are holding on grimly, despite the fact they're 2 men short. Vaughn has about 2 seconds of his penalty left, but it will still mean the Leafs will be 2 men short.
Ready for the face-off in the Maple Leaf zone again. The puck was cleared off the glass. Harvey waits, a pass to Marshall, back to Belleville, right in front of Moore. He shoots, and Bauer made the save. Passes back to Horton. Horton over to Stanley. Stanley rolls it out and down the ice. Harvey behind the net gets it out to Belleville. Stopped by Regan. Regan stick handling around at center ice. Still has it. Passes back to Horton. Horton is checked. Gets possession. Passes it down the ice.
There's Vaughn out there now.
He goes over to the bench so he can take part in the next play. Mahovlich stepped on the ice. There's a shot. Knocked down. Mahovlich comes out. The Leafs have 2 men in the penalty box, but one of the penalties is up. Stewart gets over the line. Passes it in front for Mahovlich. And the Canadians break it up. It's Henri Richard up at center ice. A pass over the line. Canadians with Jeffrion went in and it was offside.
Canadians are claiming the Leafs had too many men on the ice there. That's what the uproar was over at the Canadian bench. There's the Leaf bench. And the referee is asking the penalty timekeeper. Looks if the Leafs are going to be called for it. Colford is in the penalty box and has about 43 seconds of his penalty remaining. So apparently everything is in order now.
From the face-off, Provo bumped into Brewer. Vaughn trying to hook it loose. Goyen was bumped. Then Brewer ran into Provo. And they're holding it for another face-off in the Maple Leaf zone to the left. 31 seconds left in Pulford's penalty. Montreal leading the Toronto Maple Leafs 2-0 at the 12:37 mark of the first period. All set to go. Goyen and Brewer facing off. Now they're waving Brewer and Goyen out of the circle. Olmsted and Provo. Brewer is still going for a skate. From the face-off, Goyen trying to get in front. He was too well covered. Olmsted ahead to Kelly. Kelly up over the line, trying to cut in. Is knocked off stride, passed it back. Brewer keeps it in. Tried to pass it loose, and Goyen watched by Brewer. Goyen tries it again. A long pass for Jeffrion, stopped by Olmsted, and the puck is shot into the Canadian zone. Harvey is back for it, and Fulford is getting set. He's on the ice, and the Leafs are back at full strength. Fulford keeps the puck in the Canadian zone, rolled it in front. Plante stopped it. Harvey went down. Homestead to Kelly, and it just failed to click. Hooper trying to keep it in. It goes out. And Goyette gets it to Provo. Provo going over the line. He's knocked down. Bauer came out of his net and shot it down the ice. Talbot, number 17, goes back. Leafs making a complete change as Talbot comes up the ice. Shot the puck into the Maple Leaf zone. Bond.